hitters, rough fighters, could barely put. I mean, regardless, I think Miguel Cotto had the best tactic. He's the one that bloodied Floyd's nose. I mean, granted that Floyd said he wanted to feel a little more and get a little scrappy and give the people what they wanted.
Yeah.
So you're telling me a guy like Conor McGregor,
Yeah.
who's this is going to be his first boxing match, is going to knock out Floyd Mayweather, but these four, titans couldn't do.
It's funny. I had the same argument or conversation, and we were talking about how the Maidana fight. Maidana, the first fight,
the 6 round,
kind of caught him a little bit, but it was because Floyd hadn't really fully downloaded his movement. So there was that. But then the second fight, Maidana had no chance. He got schooled because Floyd knew what was coming. So that's an argument that a lot of Conor fans make, is that he's not going to know. Because Conor's unconventional. He's going to come in. It's going to take Mayweather a few rounds to figure out his movement. So between that and then Floyd being 40 and maybe losing a step, maybe not. Who knows? I mean, the Berto fight, he looked like regular Floyd.
Yeah.
But maybe his defensive reaction might be 5% slower than it used to be. There is a small window. I'm not saying that it's possible. I completely agree with you.
I still think that 5% window is still way faster than Conor McGregor.
Yeah, it's disrespectful to the last 10 world champions that Floyd's fought who haven't been able to touch him. But who knows, the Manny fight, if Manny was healthy, that might have been a different fight,
And we got to remember the fact that Floyd does not fight to, he's definitely protects he's all about his legacy, his brand. He doesn't fight. This is not a Sugar Ray Leonard. This is not Marvin Howard. This is not a Hearn, Tommy Hearns.
No.
This is a fighter who wants to win fights and keep his record intact.
Yeah,
he wants to score points.
Right.
The Mayweather tactic is scoring points. You know what I mean? And like they say, you can't hit what you can't see. So, I mean, even being in camp with Floyd Mayweather, and growing up and watching his training sessions, it's almost like they just trained for speed. They train this guy to be a mongoose. You know what I mean?
Do you think that he's potentially lost a step though? He's 40 or 39? 40.
He's 40. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell because look at who he's fought. I mean, he's fought top world class boxers the past 5 years, and he's given chances to guys who thought had a chance. Marcos Maidana, who I thought that first fight, was the closest that somebody had to beating Floyd since De La Hoya, or even going back to who was the guy who fought? That was Castillo, who was also controversial. I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. I honestly think that Conor McGregor, I mean, if I were him, I would have studied Prince Nassim. Remember Prince Nassim? How he's throwing punches from all over the place.
Yeah.
And he just
he has that attitude.
I'm just hoping
if
Conor wants to beat him, I'm hoping Conor has the conditioning, because you're gonna have to smother him for 10 rounds.
Yeah. And Floyd's been working his body shots. Everyone's saying, watching him spar and hit the bag. He's specifically working them, and he's gonna work his body. And it's a different beast, boxing and MMA. In MMA, you can clinch up, even though it's it could go either way. In MMA, you're doing a lot. You're boxing, you're wrestling, you're jiu-jitsu. So your energy might get drained quicker, but then you have opportunities to rest. In boxing, you have no opportunity to rest. You can't clinch up.
You think if Floyd dials in on Conor's game, he'll just play with him? He's going to make it quick.
What about if Floyd breaks his hand? So they're fighting in 8-ounce gloves, which is worse for the hands.
Yeah.
Than
Mayweather he's known to have brittle hands. I just still think Conor's got to catch him still.
That was one of the funniest things on the world tour when they were face to face. I don't know if you saw that. They showed the behind the scenes of I think it was through the UFC feed, but they were talking smack to each other. And Conor was telling me, he's like, "Oh, it's cold outside. How's your hands? Your hands are real brittle, huh? They hurt when it gets cold, huh? It's real cold lately." I was like, "Oh, shit." Psychological, man.
Still got to catch him though.
But if he does, because Conor's got a big old hard head, and if he hits him on the top of the head or something, hits him awkward, can easily break his hand. And if that happens, as long as Conor doesn't find out about it, but if Conor finds out about it, I think that's going to change the game. Because if Conor knows that he can't really be hurt. Like Floyd's not hitting, throwing full power. He starts talking smack and kind of walking them down. I don't know, man. It can get crazy. I'm hoping for craziness, but I agree with you overall.
There's still the fact. I mean, also that Conor is stepping into Floyd's world.
Oh, big time.
The octagon is a lot bigger than the ring. The crowds aren't as lavish and crazy as in boxing, and not to mention Floyd's crowd that he brings. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever been to like a Floyd Mayweather fight or like a rowdy crowd or someone who brings a rowdy crowd. I mean, even at the Blaisdell, before we had Icon Sports where somebody brings out their community, comes out and they're just rowdy. I know Conor McGregor lives for those moments, but boxing lights are going to be different the speed of movement. Like Navid said, the octagon, you have some time to rest. There's no resting there.
So there's going to be a lot of psychological factors here.
A lot of psychological
for Conor
coming
into this world. Because it's not Mayweather going into the octagon here. So.
But that's the thing, is that it would never happen the other way. It couldn't. There's no way a boxer.
Thank you to James Toney.
But that was terrible because he didn't even train, and he's notoriously known for being lazy and not training and just.
And Randy Couture knows that.
And matching up against Randy Couture was like, come on, UFC, can you throw this guy and give him a chance at least?
It should have
against the best. Come on.
It should have been James Toney against Mark Hunt.
Yeah,
but then, why even have an MMA fight? Why not just put Mark Hunt in a boxing?
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm saying, a boxer coming into MMA just doesn't make sense because you have to train ground fighting.
So everything is there going to be a boxer that says, hey, you know what? I'm gonna train MMA for X amount of years and go into it.
Honestly, I think the only person who could have the kind of agility, to me, would be Manny Pacquiao in his prime.
Maybe.
To transition over.
That's a harder transition, but so is MMA to boxing. I mean, the stance, everything is so different. Right. In MMA, you can't throw full, because every time you throw a punch, you're not throwing your best punch, because every time you're throwing a punch, you're thinking about everything else. You can't have a real wide stance. The way Floyd stands, he's got that real wide stance, kind of sideways. You can't do that in MMA. Your legs are going to get kicked out, So it's a different beast. I don't know, man. I don't know. Where are you watching it? You're going to be watching it, man.
Of course we'll be watching it. We have a little family party at the house, so.
Everybody economically, let's go.
That's it. Streets empty. All the streets empty. So do you see, is he going to retire after this?
Is he? What more does he have? I mean, I think this is his last fight. This could even be Conor's last fight.
But do you think it's strategic move from him because he's 49-0? And isn't he tied with Rocky Marciano?
Yeah. So if he wins this one, then he goes
right. So then
But I don't know how this works because it's an unsanctioned fight.
Will this even count as?
It has to be an unsanctioned fight.
Oh, you mean as far as
the actual 50-0? Okay.
Yeah. So it's not for any belt. It's not for any.
No belt. Yeah, that's a good point there. So this may not even count.
Yeah, I mean it's still a professional.
It's a professional bout, but it's unsanctioned
by any boxing sanctioned bout.
Yeah. So. No, council or association is
This will not count on the record.
No,
for either. Wow.
Well, of course, we're gonna say
as a professional record.
As a professional record.
Oh, okay.
So record.
But that's kind of controversial in boxing anyway, right?
The
organization is sanctioning what?
Yeah. The gangsters are working.
The gangsters are at work, bro. But I think this is the easiest fight Floyd could have come out of retirement for. The biggest payday. For the easiest matchup, from his perspective.
Very true.
Maybe it's not.
Right.
Maybe he made a huge mistake. Who knows? I don't think so, but we'll see. But from his perspective, this is definitely the biggest payday for the easiest fight.
Is the pay 600 million?
I don't know
the numbers.
350 million. Then for everything else, it could be
way
sponsorships, all that. And they're saying Conor at least 100 million.
Yeah, good for him, man.
Right.
But then I think if Conor has a decent showing, or if he wins or something happens, he's probably going to stay in boxing. The whole Paulie controversy going on, that they're setting that up for a fight coming up.
I'm trying to hold my emotions in because I really. Paulie is whack.
Yeah.
What for people to use that as an argument, like, oh, Conor McGregor, look what he did to Paulie.
Yeah, it's Paulie off the couch too.
Yeah. And I honestly, to me, Paulie to me is, I don't know. I don't want to take any credit away from the guy, but he's like a Steph Curry to me, man. You know what I mean? Right situation,
Who's
right
his biggest
time.
win? Paulie?
I don't know. Was
He
it
won
Amir
he's
Khan
a
or?
two-time world champ, I think, right?
Yeah, he
he's
never
not-
fought. He never fought a Pacquiao. He never fought a Floyd. He never fought one of those guys.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think unless you fought one of those guys, you really know where you stood.
Right.
You know, each era had one of those guys.
Yeah.
Right.
And for this era, I just feel like if you didn't fight Floyd or Manny, I don't think we, you know,
The relevance is not there.
yeah, it's not. You'd have to have fought one of those guys. Because I think like if you take, you know, the guys who did fight them, Cotto, Margarito, who fought, or Cotto, who did Manny or Ricky Hatton, De La Hoya, you know what I mean? I mean, granted,
Yes.
granted De La Hoya was at the end of his career
Yeah.
when he fought Manny, but I mean, when they fought one of those guys, one of those two, like those were the two best of this era and
Yeah.
generation. I mean, even like Marquez. I mean, he was lucky he got that last fight with Pacquiao. Like that was crazy. Luckily he got it because look, that cemented his
Right.
his legacy. You know.
Well, all your emotions are high right now. Let's go with this predictions. What do you think's gonna happen?
Man, my prediction is that Floyd embarrasses the Goliath of this match. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be too quick. He's not gonna go in there and have a slugfest.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the Sugar Leonard pitter patter him and make him frustrated. He's gonna take him to later rounds. Conor McGregor the adrenaline is gonna be used up by the 5th round.
Okay.
I really don't want this to happen, but for some reason, in my mind, in my heart, I think that after the 5th round, sometime Conor is just gonna be like, screw it, like I'm here, I made it this far. He's gonna give him a cheap shot, either a knee to the balls, an elbow, a
And then it goes
headbutt,
money.
Yeah, that's
a
I
headbutt.
thought about that.
that was gonna be my prediction.
It's
Well,
in
just
the
Was it a contract?
Yeah, it was like one of the first stipulations. If Connor attempts any illegal moves, he's getting a huge percentage of his purse taken away.
Oh, really?
So I don't know. I mean, there's a financial incentive for him not
That's
to. But if you're getting
Maybe-
punched in the
very
face and you
good
can't do anything,
Maybe
Yeah,
in
did
training,
not know that. Very
maybe
good
in
point.
training, you know, they figure out some kind of way to make a headbutt. Not
well, that's what
punch.
Paulie was
Yeah.
saying too. Paulie was saying he was using some dirty tactics. You know, he was saying I don't know why they didn't want to show the rest of the video. 'cause
Just
they're
don't
gonna
be
spoil
like
those,
Victor
right?
Ortiz and try to hug Floyd after you throw a
good
cheap
Lord.
shot.
Yeah, 3 times.
Wow.
Well, yes, hey, I think the general public is gonna be. I mean, I love Floyd because you know his elusiveness and his skill. That's a whole other monster. You know, like one thing is you have a gladiator like Muhammad Ali. But another thing is that you have somebody who perfected their skill of defense.
Yeah.
You know, with Floyd Mayweather. But I just think that the general public, you guys, I'm sorry to say, but you're going to be disappointed because nobody's going to get knocked down, and you're just going to see how good Floyd's defense is. And the people who are rooting for Conor McGregor, you're just going to see a lot of misses.
Oh, well.
And sorry.
I got Naveed. What do you think? Prediction.
I mean, I'm pretty much right there with IA as far as what logically should happen. But
You mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Conor McGregor is Irish, right? Right? That's a factor.
Big factor.
And for centuries, the Irish have been promising gold at the end of the rainbow, 4-leaf clovers. I don't know. I
So
mean,
you're
have
saying
you
he's a
ever seen-
leprechaun. He's
have
a
you ever
common leprechaun.
Have you ever found a 4-leaf clover person?
No.
I don't know.
I haven't either. Right? Have you ever found the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?
No.
Not even in my Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
It's the old honey dick, the Irish honey dick. Are they gonna get us again? Probably.
Yeah.
They got me again. I'm gonna search for that gold at the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but the only gold is Connor's. So no matter what happens, he's walking away with the gold.
Right.
But the reason why I say that is just funny. But the Irish thing, it's pretty nuts. That the what he's been able to do up to this point is miraculous.
Right.
It's seriously miraculous. 5 years ago, he's a plumber in some dinky town in Ireland. You know,
Yeah.
with a decent MMA record, but obviously no prospects.
Right.
Right.
And look at where he is now. So, it's somewhere in my mind, I'm hoping that he does something and he can shock the world. He can catch Floyd. Maybe Floyd has gotten this far, but just this one last time right at the end, he's going to get caught. Maybe. I'm kind of hoping for that a little bit.
Where were you guys when Roy Jones got knocked out for the first time?
I remember that.
Remember Roy Jones
that.
was. Could you guys agree that Roy Jones was like at Mayweather?
Oh, he was,
point where he was like at Mayweather.
Untouchable.
Well, you can go even back further when Tyson got knocked out.
Well,
That was we all
I
were
remember
shocked in
that
Japan. I mean, Buster Douglas. I mean, that was shocking.
Yeah.
So I mean, that right along the same line.
I'd rather get knocked out by Buster Douglas than get knocked out by a Tarver.
Really?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I don't know, man. Buster Douglas.
Something about like him being upset with that lisp was just killing me.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I'm way better than Roy Jones. Man, I won that fight.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, man.
But what's funny is Tarver did predict that. He said, I'm going to go in there and knock him out. He said, I'm going to be the first guy to knock him out. And he did. I remember that.
I think he knew from that first fight. That's why. I think he knew from that first fight. He knew something.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, who knows? So this is going to be one of those moments. Where were you when
And for all of
Conor
you,
McGregor knocked out Floyd?
That would be insane.
you know what? For all of you that are thinking that it's gonna happen to where they're gonna rig it to where Conor McGregor wins it so they can have a rematch and more money, do you think that a guy as flashy and as egotistical as Floyd Mayweather is gonna let a guy like Conor McGregor blemish his record?
Just for a couple of $100 million?
Exactly.
Hell no,
Exactly.
man.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't see
Exactly
that.
right. Exactly right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark my word.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think the only reason why he came back and took this fight is because he thinks it's the easiest, best financial way to get to 50-0.
Exactly, what you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And I have to read when we first found out about this, and I posted this up, I think it was on Instagram or Facebook. You had the line that kind of just summed up everything. The real winners of this whole match was that.
Yeah, the
We're all
leprechaun's
losers.
going to get the gold
Exactly.
end of the
Which
rainbow.
transcends
and
what you
we're
just
gonna
said
be
now, right?
standing there looking
Exactly.
for 4-leaf clovers.
We're all the
We're
losers.
still not going to find them.
Exactly.
Golden horseshoe, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that bottom line sums us up.
That's why I'm
That's
kind of
line.
hoping for something crazy, just so like we get something out of it instead of just watching
Right.
what
2,
we
3
think is
rounds.
going to happen.
Right.
You know?
Another milestone in combat history of Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson, Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones.
Something. But then if Conor does win, he's going to be too much. He's going to be, I don't know, the world's not going to be able to handle
Who's he
him.
gonna fight?
Yeah, he might ruin. He's pretty much ruined UFC in a sense. He walked away 2 belts, ruined 2 divisions. The featherweight division. I mean, now Max had that big statement win over Jose Aldo, so it's like more legit. But there's still a lot of questions because the real champ of that division never defended it. Conor's never defended any of his titles.
That's crazy.
You know, he's won them and then he's walked away. He's always going to the bigger opportunity and
Right.
just leaving behind
Right.
the sport. You know what I mean? And all these other guys that have been working.
Hey, shout out to my brother Max Holloway. I know Max would knock out Conor.
He's-
That's gonna do it.
You mean
That's
that's
the
good.
one fight in MMA that I want to see more than any. You know, because the first fight they had, everyone says Conor was hurt.
Right.
They went to a decision, but Max was hurt too in that fight. I remember that fight. Max
Do you think
was-
more? Do you think more MMA guys are gonna take Conor's page and start hyping themselves
They
up?
have to. They have
Start
to.
talking.
Everyone's telling them that. Their manager's telling
Exactly.
them
They
that. The fans
gotta-
are telling
they
them
go to
that.
Holloway
Holloway's telling them
Holloway
that.
doesn't have. Doesn't make it have
Dana
that
White
hype.
always says that. He's like, if you gotta hype yourself up, and
Yeah.
you gotta do this, you gotta do that.
Become a character.
And that's why I say it's ruined MMA a little bit,
Right.
because
Right.
it's not about your performance as much as it is about
Skill.
how much smack you can talk outside.
Right.
Right, so I mean, in summary, you're gonna have possibly, okay, McGregor gonna further lead, like how you said,
Yeah.
possibly become a pro wrestler. It kind of leads into that angle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe,
Why
right?
we have that situation?
Yeah. Why not?
But wait, a pro wrestler? There's already Sheamus. Sheamus is
He's
the
the-
Conor McGregor of WWE.
So what are you gonna do? You have a big blow off,
Yeah.
right? I'm from Ireland.
Yeah.
That's WrestleMania match right there. He'll come back up.
More money.
And more money. And he's a talker. You fit perfectly in that.
I think either way, he's probably gonna do some WWE.
He
or
has
something.
to.
Yeah.
He has to. Because they're trying to get Rousey to get in there.
Floyd did it. Floyd did it.
Floyd did it. That's right.
Floyd wrestled
Floyd
Big
knocked
Show.
out
Floyd has grappling experience.
He was in
Big
WrestleMania.
Show.
Yep.
Exactly. So these talkers always go to the entertainment
So
side.
technically,
That's it.
Floyd is 50-0.
If
He beat the Big Show.
He did.
Wow.
He did.
Yeah,
So if
what's
you look
that?
at it like that, so
Mike
tell you
Tyson's
what.
punch out style, right? Jump up and punch.
exactly, exactly, do the do. So So that's basically what you got. You have a milestone on one end that could be happening Saturday, or you have Inoki versus Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
All over again.
I'm gonna go with Inoki versus Muhammad Ali.
You know what? I think I'm leaning towards that as well.
Because
unfortunately,
these guys want to make the most money the easiest way they can, and nobody's, Conor has already suffered a loss before in MMA. It's gonna hurt him less than it hurts.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, MMA, you can lose. It doesn't matter.
And let's think about it. With the 12-1 odds in the beginning of the opening bets for the fight,
yeah,
and the amount of people that bet for Conor McGregor with those 12-1 odds, a lot of businesses in Vegas, Atlantic City, these places are gonna go bankrupt.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure,
yes.
if we're talking about conspiracies, conspiracy theories,
Right.
I'm pretty sure those entities have some money tucked away where they can, hey Conor, come on man, just take the money. We don't want to go bankrupt.
right.
Take this extra on top of that.
Once again, we all lose.
way too much money on that.
Once again,
all
the
lose.
general public loses.
Yeah.
So have fun watching, everyone. Does it sell it for you?
I hope you have a dragon box.
Yes.
Gavin, what do you think's gonna happen?
University of Hawaii will win
There you go.
against University of Massachusetts.
That's right.
Massachusetts, that's UMass.
This is on the road, right?
At Amherst.
Oh, wow.
Yes, there you go.
I thought UMass only had a basketball team.
We actually
Go
have
figure, right?
a pretty decent team this year. Yeah.
There you go. That's a
Yeah,
solid
there you
prediction.
go.
I'll
Yes,
back
that's a
down.
prediction.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not gonna. I want to be a Comic Con.
Exactly. That's like
That's what
we're talking about Bill Shatner.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him and Steve the Pirate.
So how can you watch the game? It's still a pay-per-view thing.
No, it's gonna be free.
Yes, according breaking news.
Free for what's the new
Spectrum.
company Spectrum? They're
Yeah.
showing it free.
So you have to have Spectrum cable.
Yes.
And only this game is free.
I think that's the one.
The opening game.
Yeah, that's
is
the
free.
way
Because it's
Yeah.
in Massachusetts. So
Yeah.
Massachusetts is actually decent this year.
Rolovich, I'm telling you, if you want to win games, play the West Side Bloodline. Timoteo, call it Timoteo. Play that boy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
He's
he's
gonna play him.
the Polynesian
gonna play him.
Odell Beckham.
He's gonna play him, but he's gonna play him. He's gonna start. I think he's gonna start.
Come on, Rolovich.
Rolo knows what's up, dude. He knows what's up with the Islanders.
Has that been decided yet? Is he going to be the starter official?
I don't know if he's
the
a
Sac?
starter, but I think he has a great chance. He's in the rotation.
Right.
So he's already in the rotation last year. So dude, Rolo knows Hawaii, how to touch Hawaii, So I think he's gonna start bringing all these.
And please, if he scores a touchdown, let him dunk the football on the goalpost.
Yeah, no excessive celebration. Just let him go.
Straight up. Let them have
Straight
some
up.
fun.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah. What was your prediction? Did you see your
Yeah.
prediction?
Third round. He's going to...
Third round.
Third round. I was going to say Conor was going to get disqualified, but based off what you stated,
Money wise, yeah.
It's,
that is not going to happen now. So he's going to get worn out by, like how you were saying, by the fifth round thing, like the third, fourth. It's going to psychologically get in his head.
Yeah.
This whole different environment, as confident as this guy is, he's going to be shook a little in the back of his head at what's going on with this whole situation, how he's really here. And it's going to be a lot of dancing around, and it's going to be a lot of Antonio Inoki running around, and Muhammad just looking pissed. It's going to look somewhat...
so what,
like
Floyd's
that.
going to be running around and Conor's going to...
Floyd's going to be doing defense, Conor's going to be trying to chase him around, and I don't know how it will end. I don't see it in a decision situation. I don't see that going.
Yeah, Floyd not gonna.
That'll be the only thing I can see, because I was thinking disqualification, but that's not going to happen because of financial. So it would have to be some kind of a schmaz.
Well, do me a favor, all you guys, us talking, everybody watching live, watch Arturo Gatti against Floyd Mayweather. That's pretty much what this fight's gonna be.
Okay, watch that.
Watch that fight,
There you go.
and
Okay.
that's what it's gonna
Give
be.
us some
I
inclination
don't
what's going to
remember
happen.
that fight.
Yeah,
I do hope-
well, I try not to remember because Arturo Gatti has such, a lion heart
Yeah.
kind of guy. But man, talk about being embarrassed. Talk about swinging and missing, and it got to a point where Arturo Gatti's eyes were so fat and swelled up that he couldn't even see. They had to stop the
Yeah.
fight.
Right.
Arturo Gatti wanted to keep fighting.
Right.
Respects Arturo Gatti.
Exactly.
Legend.
R.I.P.
Wow, definitely check that out.
But watch that fight. Watch that fight. Arturo Gatti
No,
versus
McGregor
Floyd
gives him
Mayweather.
gets a good shot in though. That'd be awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
just a little,
At least
like-
let
Crowd will erupt
something
for that.
early,
Like
just to
doing-
give him a little confidence to keep pushing forward.
Right.
Maybe talk some smack.
He's gonna talk smack. He's gonna-
Well, clearly the first two rounds are going to be insane. The crowd will be insane. Everybody will just...
So you can actually
incredible.
watch the UH games at noon, and then you can watch the fight.
Yes, that's right. That's Party Central right there.
Hawaii right there, boom.
There you go. Party Central. There you have it. I'd like to thank
Yes.
Illnomadic, IA, Common Classic, you guys. MMA boxing. Coming together.
Yes.
Hawaii hip hop, baby.
Hawaii hip hop. There you go.
Okay. A new angle for the Hawaii hip hop community. See, we're gonna have two prominent artists not talking about hip hop.
Yeah, it's true.
To
You
show
talk about hip hop,
to
man.
show the depth
Wow.
of these personalities right here.
There you go. Sleep Time's over in Captain Catalyst, DJ Zach Morris, IA, Illnomadic, Super Groupers, Carmina Classic. Check out his brand new video that just dropped. Right?
One time, baby.
And then what you got going on? Keep talking
What's the latest
about
one? What we got?
Super Groupers, new EP coming out, Illnomadic album coming out. There's all kinds of stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Rock the School Bells, Hawaii's
That's
coming
right,
up in
yeah,
October.
Hey, I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm gonna be his manager. I'm gonna as a scratch DJ.
Yeah,
So if
yeah,
any of you
yeah.
guys want to battle my boy right now,
I need time to laugh. Give me 2 more months. 2 more months. I'm ready.
Catch out all of his DJ abilities.
There you
IG
go.
story.
I just started.
All day.
All day. Every day.
Literally all day.
Alright, that's it. Sleep Time's over.
Thank you.
all right, guys, we're gonna head out. What time is it now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can get out here. 12:20.
Right on.
All right.
Bruh, thank you so much,
Yeah, that
man.
was fun. Who you got in the Canelo Triple G fight?
Bruh, I gotta go. I mean, I'm a little biased because Triple G's trainer is my dad's trainer.
Oh wow.
Abel Sanchez.
Yeah.
And we're close to super close to him, and Triple G. I don't think that Canelo. I don't know, like Triple G's more of a boxer dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because remember when Canelo fought Floyd? He tried to box Floyd.
Yeah.
For some reason, I have a feeling that's
Yeah,
going
he
to
got
frustrate him a
boxed.
little bit.
The thing with Triple G though, I'm definitely pulling for Triple
Yeah,
G.
you gotta
I
listen
love
to
watching that.
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
But he gets
You gotta
hit.
do the
Oh
best.
yeah.
He doesn't care. He comes forward and gets hit.
Big evolution.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Russian.
Oh, God.
He's a tough ass Russian.
We're gonna
He's
see.
not a regular white dude.
We're gonna
Russians
see if
are
he
not
gets-
regular white people.
We're gonna see if he gets the tree gets chopped down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm really excited about that. Definitely watch that.
That's probably a way. That's probably gonna be the best fight of
This
the
year, yeah, for sure.
When is that fight?
Triple G.
It's like next month. Yeah.
And it's sad that this fight right here is overshadowing that fight.
Yeah.
Because that's a good fight for boxing. That's like,
But it could help if this fight just a shit show. It could actually help
yeah.
that fight because people are like, I want to watch a real boxing.
and these guys are not gonna dance on. They're gonna scrap.
Oh, it's gonna be scrap.
So it's actually, all this is good for boxing though. It brings a highlight back on the boxing ring.
I hope so, man. But once Floyd's gone, or
That's what you gotta look at. What's the after Floyd
if
gone?
Floyd somehow, some way loses,
You follow Shannon Briggs?
oh, I hate that guy. he was an asshole at when I used to go to Big Bear
Oh,
training
really?
camp with my dad. That guy by
Thanks for
far,
the preview
his
picture.
camp was just terrible.
Yeah.
Really?
Leave places a mess. They were just head to head.
That's funny now because he's like blown up on social media and he paints a completely different picture.
Nah,
That.
he's terrible. He's a complete asshole.
Wow.
Serious.
Well, I believe your personal experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll take a picture like
Face
face.
off.
Yeah.
Facing up against
Across the table like this.
Across the table,
Across the
bro.
table, you have the mic, you
Across the
know.
table.
It's like a thing.
I'm gonna do the Connor then.
I got it.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Do the leprechaun.
Awesome.
You had the leprechaun thing going, yes.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it very
Thank
much.
you very much, man. Thanks for coming out.
Hey,
Thank
all right,
you
brother.
again for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, now take it to the next level, man. Figure that out.
Yes.
If you guys come up with any ideas, man, let me
Yeah,
know.
definitely I will.
Or if you can call Bruno for me.
Yeah, I'll give him a call. I talk to him all the time.
All right, guys. Have a
It's
good
just
day.
that-
Yes, you.
So I got this epiphany last night. I was watching Overdrive Live and I was watching what's that called? Overdrive Live and Come Master Spazzy show, this and that.
Yeah.
And they play like 3 of his videos, right? And then it's like 2 of those with Hakuman, one's with Jordan T, right? And it's like guitar, hip hop, trappy beat. The IA's rapping, they're singing, and I came up with this thing like, dude, IA literally has Hawaii hip hop formula. That's Hawaii hip hop. Like, I mean, as much as you and I don't make that kind of music, we could do it, but he makes Hawaii
Yeah.
hip hop. And it just I don't know, it's kind of weird. It dawned on me now.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's Hawaii hip hop. Like, because it's like, it brings a little bit of island.
Yeah.
he raps.
Yeah.
Right with
You know what I mean? And it's not like, you know, lyrical miracles, you know, like